No, don't do that. Don't do that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy
What's happening? What's happening?
broadcast, as well as the podcast.
My
We appreciate
brothers,
you guys
brothers,
rocking and
brothers, legacy.
listening.
You got to get the
Like the truck commercials, the monster truck commercials.
yeah.
Come in. Whatever Coliseum, see.
Hey Lisa,
Man. Blessings, Lisa. Blessings,
Good
Lisa.
morning, good morning.
Good morning. Good
Hey,
morning,
mother,
Deborah.
bless you, Deborah, Lisa.
You fighting flies?
yeah, I just got one. Though. He gangster though.
Oh,
Billy Bob, what I call him. And he just run around.
So
Hey,
we got
hey, first mama.
amazing conversation today, as well as we are in the countdown tomorrow. Is it tomorrow, right? Is it Tuesday?
Yes, tomorrow.
Tomorrow is the last day to put your vote in.
Yep.
Actually, probably early voting. I'm sure it's stopped everywhere. So Tuesday will be your day to vote if you've not voted yet. Definitely do so. Do not mail it in because it's
Yeah.
what you call it. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
That girl.
I feel special. We already got one in there. Y'all see what's in the chat, the conversation?
Hey, that girl. What's going on? Trump 2020. Okay.
Okay.
You feel how you feel, baby. Let's go.
Share it out. Get your friends in here too.
Yeah.
So we can have a conversation.
Yeah, go ahead and share it. That was great.
Sharing is caring. All right. All right. Let's get into it. Hold tight and bam. I didn't want to catch that. Good morning. Welcome to another episode. Good morning. What's up, everybody? All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
What's going on?
Let's see.
Welcome back.
You know what? I haven't thrown any comments. So let's do that. Blessings, greetings, good mornings. Yeah. Good morning. And he said, I don't care who votes for who we all human. I got it.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, that girl, we respect all opinions and viewpoints on this show. So if this is your first time here, thank you for coming through. And we appreciate your comments. Before AD gets started, I got a couple of things I want to say real quick. I want to say rest in power to one of the greatest gospel voices to ever do it. Right. Rance Allen passed away. I think it was it Friday morning?
Yeah.
Friday morning. He has one of the most historical musical runs in gospel history. So shout out to and condolences to his family because he was definitely the Rance Allen group was definitely the bomb. I grew up listening to those guys. And actor Sean Connery passed away the same day. Yeah. And one last announcement for those of you who are in here, the guy in this guy, wait a minute, that guy right there. It's his birthday month. Now I'm not sure what day it is.
Yeah. Hold on.
Wait, time out.
Hold on. Yeah.
No, listen. I am not that dude.
You're not that dude? You do that? So just one day for you?
I am grateful for another year, but I promise you, when my wife put that post out there, I was like, because I tease people who celebrate a whole month for their birthday.
Yeah, it's only one day. Tell them, Pastor.
It's one day. But no, somebody had a 50-day countdown to the birthday. I'm like, that's 2 birthdays.
Who does that? Yeah.
I think the longest I see, and it's so funny you say that. The longest I've seen was, I think it was like 30 days. And I was like, every day we go.
I think it's always only been one day for me.
Get to the big 5-0, it's just going to be woo.
Here's what my wife said. My wife said, you preached a message that talked about seasons. You said there's an appropriate period and an appointed time. She said it's the season of your birthday.
Right.
that you're celebrating. And then we celebrate the appointed time, the day of your birth.
Right.
So that's her justification. So it's my season.
You'll see. Okay. Amen. First lady McCrory, we love you here. That's good stuff. I love it. I love it all day. Okay. I'm good. What's up, Chris? He said, "Happy birthday." Why's my snack door open? I got my snack door open.
So today, we are talking about: is it always racism? Is it always racism? Have we become too sensitive? Pastor quit on us. He said, "No, and my question. So I don't know if you guys seen it. I guess over the weekend I saw.
What's up, Dr. Sims?
Oh, Dr. Sims in the building. It's been a minute. Hey, Sam in the building. Good morning. Wow. So, happy birthday. Let's see. So over the weekend, there was an incident that happened at a sushi restaurant. I think we want to play the video, but it seems like, it kind of, I don't feel like, I don't know. Has anybody seen the video about the sushi restaurant, the expensive sushi restaurant? He went in, he had sneakers on. Oh, he said hatred never takes a deal.
It doesn't. You're right about that.
He had Air Force Ones on, and he wasn't allowed in the restaurant. Basically, it was a nice restaurant, a nice sushi spot. Like really, read about it. It was really, one of those expensive kind of spots. And if you've seen them, he said no, don't do it. But it really. It's kind of controversial because, I mean, to me, he was saying that it was a white lady with sneakers on, and why did they single him out? He was with his wife, but it kind of escalated, and for me, I wish you guys had seen it. For me, it's really kind of controversial, I guess.
Okay, now you guys saw the video,
huh?
Now you guys saw the video. You got
now I'm just. I'm intrigued.
All right, I gotta see if I can find it.
How long is the video?
It's
pretty much.
Maybe like 6-7 minutes. It's not real long.
Do you guys put in the comments you want to see the video?
Right. If you want to see the video, you got to put one in the comments. It's too long. Okay, if it's too long, then I get that.
But okay, so we'll listen. We have a part two.
Put the link in the comments.
Yeah,
we'll see if we can run it. But so in your life, do you feel like sometimes the racist word is thrown around a little bit too much? Have there been? Like 10 people. But go ahead. Do you feel like there are instances where people go there when there's no reason to, or people are really sensitive? Oh shoot, we got to see.
Oh yeah. God, it's such a sticky situation. It's such sticky because people will cry, racism in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And 99.3% of the time, it is actual racism. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen situations where sometimes it's not always racism. It's just that it's the rules of a certain establishment, or it's something going on. It's not always racism, but that's something that we're quick to label if it doesn't suit us sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Not the sound. I don't want to lose my black card or nothing, but yeah.
I mean,
sometimes
I got it. I mean, real, because I'm gonna be honest. Like working in like a service industry, I was working at Costco, watching. There are moments like I see some of my folk come in. And sometimes they seem like they're like sensitive. They got the face, like they're ready for something to be wrong. Like if I've seen incidents, when like a white patron comes up and a black patron comes up at the same time, and then I can see them watching the white patron, like don't I was here first. Make sure you don't call, and I try to be sensitive to certain things because some people just kind of, I won't say trying to start, but they just real sensitive to what's going on around them. And I've seen incidents take it there where it really was a mistake and not being biased or racist. Like I've seen someone pull, like a white couple up first. They're like, oh man, I didn't, because they were like standing behind somebody. It was like legit, you couldn't see them. Like, yo, we didn't see you. We didn't realize, and I try to step in like, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
But it's not what it's not that we're gonna get you kind of situations. I think sometimes we jump to it too much. And my, I've talked, me and Sam talk about a lot of times. And sometimes things like this dilute the fight or the cause. When we throw it at it, throwing that racist word, it's racist, it's racist so much that I think sometimes we may dilute the fight or the argument.
Yeah, we are. So you're right, Dr. Sam. We are also,
and we are.
Yeah. We have gotten, society has really gotten crazy. I don't know if you guys remember, a couple of years ago, I was a camp counselor for for the church I go to, for the kids retreat one summer. It's been right before I got married, so it's back in 2018, 2019, maybe. And they separated all the kids into different. It had a zoo theme, right? So they separated all the kids, and I was an assistant camp counselor to some kids. But our group was called the Gorillas. Now, when I got my shirt the day we got ready to go, Melissa was the one that pointed it out. She was like, "Hey, babe, you see your shirt?" I still have my summer camp shirt. I said that somewhere, and she says, "Babe, you okay with that?" And I was like, "Okay with what?" And I didn't think anything about it. And then I looked, and I was like, "Oh, okay." But so that could have been misconstrued as racism because I was the only black guy. And then, I was in the gorilla group or whatever. And so, I guess it's about perception, I suppose. As Mr. Gorilla.
Right.
But it was kind of,
Love you too, Richard. So you caught me when you said you were the assistant counselor. Why couldn't you be the real counselor because you were black?
No. I volunteered at the end. They had already picked their. Well,
personally, I've never heard of an assistant counselor, camp counselor. Like y'all so big that you have to have assistant camp counselor. I'm just kidding. This is a joke. I'm just funny. I promise you, funny. This is my example of the levels to sensitivity.
Right.
Right. And so to your point, Terry, my question would be, were you all the only black group?
No, yeah. I was the only black guy, period.
You were the only black guy. So you had people that you were responsible for that were diverse.
Right. Well, no.
Okay.
Well, actually, we had one black child, and in the group that I was in, we had one black child, and then I knew his mother and his father, so that was kind of good. So it was me and him kind of hanging tight in the group that we was in, and his little brother was in another group next door to us. But so it was two little black kids, and it was me, as far as
and me.
Oh yeah, and Zaraya was right. Okay.
Your assistant producer speaking up.
Yeah, she's in the kitchen.
Right. Let it be known. Let it be known. So I think the point that I'm trying to make is, Terry, you said 99.3% it's racist, and someone else could say 83.9%. Right. The issue that I personally have is that it's above 50%.
Yes, I agree with you there. Yeah.
Right. And because it's above 50%, as a nation, we have a problem, and we have had that makes it systemic.
Yeah.
Right. And so if it's to the point to where there's a conversation about it, then there has to be resolution.
The number is too high. Hey, Ashley.
Yes, actually, the number's too high. That's the problem we have. And what it has created is implicit biases for and against.
Right.
There are implicit biases on both sides of the fence, as you were saying, AD, because we are overly sensitive. We will assume that it's racist, right? And there are cases when it's not.
Right.
But if it just resembles,
right. That I think that resembling is
so we are victims to implicit biases, and so it's very difficult to really, I won't say it's difficult to repair it, but it's easier to improve. You won't fix it, but you can improve.
Right.
Yeah. I wish they would. I wish we would get to a place in the society that we would realize that there is systemic racism across the board. I wish we get to that place. Everybody is still in denial. With the rental thing, I read there was a story. I think it was on ABC News or something, and the family went to get an appraisal or something.
Yes.
And they got a low offer because the wife was home, and then when the wife left,
they changed
right, and they removed all pictures of her and all the kids and stuff.
They just had
and he got a $30,000 jump in their appraisal. That is crazy. I don't understand why we won't.
Listen,
we know what it says, but it's just why don't they see it? Why don't they finally say okay?
Go ahead, Pastor.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In real estate, I apologize for cutting you off, Terry. Yeah. And she shows hundreds of houses, thousands, I'll say hundreds.
Yeah.
And people take their pictures down, black and white people.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Latino people. It's recommended that you take your pictures down, no matter who you are.
Wow.
Unless you live in a place where it's predominantly one or the other.
Right.
But it's recommended that you do that if you want to sell your house. You don't want people painting a picture of the individuals. You want them to paint a picture of yourself living in the house.
Okay.
It's difficult and psychologically, it's difficult for me to walk into a house where I see family portraits, family pictures and everything on the wall, and then be able to visualize myself in that house. I'm going to visualize myself in their house.
Right.
I see myself in my house.
Right. Now I'm trespassing. I'm in their house now.
Right.
I feel you.
Right.
Richard had a question. What Richard's question say?
Oh, he said, hold on, let me pull that over. He said, do you ever think that there will be a time where we can transcend the racism issue and discuss issues maturely?
Golly, Richard, that's a good question, man.
The time is now.
I think one day.
Right.
You're able to do it now. It's just not everybody's able to do it.
Right.
That's right. Everybody's exactly. And I'm telling you, hey, Ashes in here. It's just this whole racism thing is just crazy, and I experience it every day, just on some scale or another. I'm either going to get a crazy look.
Listen, racism is in here.
Dr. Tanner.
Right.
It's in here.
Right.
If you want to find the root or the history or the beginning of racism, it's in here. So how can we live in a world where racism doesn't exist if it's found in here?
It's true.
That's a question.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see something.
Try Jesus.
He said, Ashley said, I think there are some people who are fearful that if we're all equal, we're going to take something from me. I got you.
What's
up, Dr. Tammy? What's up, Dr. Tammy? Do you think that's like one of the roots, like, I guess, or I guess one of the ways of being separate, because some people feel like others will achieve more than me, or this group is doing better than me. Because I've had
they don't want it to be equal.
Folks that just don't like Spanish people because they feel like they're taking all the jobs.
Yeah, they don't want it to be equal, bro. If we became equal, we're competition. Now we gotta, well, if I can keep my foot on your neck, it's not. You're not seen as a. What's the word? I'm losing my words here.
As a threat, you're saying? Or?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. A threat. Your competition. If we were, as long as we're not equal, you're not a threat to me. But as soon as we start getting equal footing,
Right.
equal footing in financial stability, equal footing in, whatever else, they don't want us to be that way because they don't came over here. If we could be truthful this morning, they came over here.
Right.
Twist me out, and this is what happened to me all the time. Is that when I get into an elevator or I get into a place, there's another white person there, and they feel a certain way about African Americans. They snatch their purse, they holding their purses closed, and they doing this and they doing that. I'm like, look here, if anybody should be afraid up in this piece, it should be me.
I got you.
Y'all came over here, y'all stole the entire country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you mad? What you with us? Come on, And it's just that kind of, stuff like that is just really crazy to me. But if we get to a place where we, like Richard, because the question he asked was, can we have this discussion? Yes, I think we can.
Right.
The question is, do we want to have?
Looks messy and ugly, but we have to play the long game. Yes, yeah, we do. Definitely. We have to definitely play the long game. Oh, there you go. So, all right, I got a video, 7 minutes. We're gonna watch it real quick. It's probably broken down a little bit.
Okay.
And
7 minutes.
Yeah, we'll let me hold on.
We got commentary. You gonna be able to commentary on the side?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
That's how we're gonna do. Boom. It's
I see the rubber band man. T.I.
Yeah, because he got involved as well.
Of course he did.
Well, no, it's a little more than just he just jumped in on it. So I applaud him. He did a great job in handling it. So, all right, let me turn this. Make sure you guys can hear it. Can you hear?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes or no? Okay, I get where you're coming from. Okay, I get where you're coming from, but please, we're on minorities here.
No, where y'all are not treating me like y'all are part of me. Does she have on Adidas?
I didn't see her shoes. She's the one.
She does have on Adidas shoes, so that is.
So wait, okay. Did the volume go out? Oh, 80
We lost the volume.
Yeah. AD, you should come back to her. I wish I knew what he was saying.
This is why I don't like some videos.
It sounds rather intense. But
so
is this sushi place in Atlanta? You've been there, Pastor?
I have no idea where they are.
They're in Atlanta someplace. There's some kind of sushi restaurant. But I just say, is it
right, Sam? No sound. Your husband put the video up and then walked away.
Tell him to come back.
First of all, I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, let me go back. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot this thing is.
She does have on Adidas shoes, so that is something we can understand.
Right lady has on Adidas. I have on Nike. You tell me I can't.
Umi, yes, I've been to Umi.
Right.
He's saying that it's dress sneakers. So I have.
Are they Adidas sneakers?
But Adidas sneakers cover a wide range.
Oh my goodness.
Excuse
So you
me.
just even here, sir? No, sir. You on the place?
Yes, sir.
You can wear Adidas, but you can't wear Nike.
Sir, there's no Adidas, there's no Nike. Just don't have sneakers.
Somebody inside has on Adidas. Is that okay?
I'm sorry. Like I understand.
That man has tennis shoes.
No. Does she have on the sneakers?
Who does?
This lady at the bar. You on it? Come on.
I'm not gonna have the other argument. There's no Air Force Ones. Done.
Oh wow.
See?
You're a nigger at the end of the day. I'm saying you're basically saying he's a nigger at the end of the day, and he can't be here.
You see what I'm fucking wearing?
Yeah, but yeah.
What you wearing? Back up. Back up. Back up. Don't go at my wife. Don't ever do that. I don't give a fuck what she calls you.
First of all, I wasn't talking to you. saying to my husband, I was saying, you're saying he's a nigger at the end of the day.
Where did you get that from? I must have missed that.
Because that's what the guy was saying. He was like, look at you. He basically saying it doesn't matter. Look at you.
That's what no.
Wow.
Motherfucker, if you don't back up, I'll slap the fuck out of you.
No.
I don't care. I'm not scared of jail, baby. I don't care. I'm not
And
scared.
you don't look like you're ready to even. Yeah, you can
Threaten me with jail. I can buy my way right out of here. Yes, I'm not scared. Yes,
That's good.
yes.
That's good.
So don't try me. The white lady got on sneakers. Adidas sneakers.
Go home.
And you're the owner of Umi, and you're allowing this to happen at your establishment. I'm glad. There's a lot of black people come here, and I think you know that. We've come here and spent thousands of dollars. Yeah, we won't. We definitely won't. We don't want to come to any of your restaurants. We will.
Oh, that's the owner.
Yes, that's the owner. Sorry. Yes,
So
context.
so he spoke it. I mean, what else do you say?
The owner's in the suit or the hat?
No, he's in the hat.
The owner
You see
is
him?
in the hat.
Yeah.
Steve,
What you want to do? You know me.
Get your hands.
Steve,
Go there with me.
let's just go home.
He's the owner.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you should just leave.
The owner was on his way out either way, like leaving for the day, and they kind of ran up on him.
What's going to happen? He's dogging, dog. What's going to happen? What is going to happen?
I know. She had on sneakers, bro. How many times you gonna slap me?
Okay, you can stop it.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a way to go with jail,
You
but
can stop it. It's the same.
That's crazy.
It's not. It's, listen, that guy, here's the thing. If I'm gonna take my lady out for dinner, and I think it was Sim, Dr.
Yeah, he
Sim.
said it. He said it. Let's go back. Hey, and Richard, we're sorry for your loss, man, and that's crazy what's happening in London. If I don't know if you.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Sorry,
Yeah.
Richard. But definitely be. What was the name of your friend? So we'll know whose name to call out in our prayers.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Father in heaven, we thank you now. We
Yes,
honor
Lord.
you, Father God. We know that the earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot heal.
Right.
So we lift up Richard Fay and his family and his friends
Yes,
in the
Lord.
season of bereavement. And we ask that you bless and bring peace to that entire connection, that entire system in Jesus' name.
Yes.
Amen.
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 Let's see. So yeah, Dr. Sims had mentioned. Okay. Oh, is it?
So now, I don't know if Dr. Sims is still on here.
Yeah, he
I
said.
would say that you're taking your wife out. You can wear what you want, but personally, I'm with Dr. Sims. If I'm going to take my wife out,
Right.
what I wear is going to matter. Now, the issue with that is if I'm a hip hop fiend, then I love my Jordans. And for some people, Jordans are Stacey Adams.
Yeah,
Right.
It's all
Right.
about-
the sneakerheads. Yeah,
Right. And so we have to be careful with that. Now, I will tell you that obviously there is some bias if a woman is in there with tennis shoes on, but establishments have a right to refuse to serve you if they want to.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
perfect.
law.
Right.
So you can have a problem with it all you want to. My issue is, and it's sad, but that dude looked like he was like 6'5", 280,
Right. Right.
braids in his hair.
Right.
I tell my young brothers, listen, man, if this is how you want to look, that this look comes with a perspective, and so you have to be prepared to deal with the consequences of how you dress, what you put on, and all of that. Not that it's right, not that it's justified, but it's the world that we live in.
Right.
And it's a shame that you just can't go out there and entertain your wife because money is green. Money's not black, white, purple. It's green and it spins. It's just a shame. But the reality of where we live and the culture that we're in,
Yeah,
these biases exist. And he did worse by fighting the issue. He would have been better off just leaving and going and finding some other place for him and his wife to enjoy themselves, because I think that it was selfish. If that was date night, you just ruined it.
Yeah.
Right.
Ain't no nookie for you, bro. So when it comes to restaurants, I think there's other ways to hurt their pockets. than instead to try to fight. I mean, what like you said though, today's society, it prompts you to want to say something and do something like right then. But I think there's more ways to skin. There's more than one way to skin a cat when it comes to food and restaurants. Right. Because what hurts the restaurant faster?
No pun intended. So we're talking about Asian cuisine, and you said there's more ways to skin a cat.
Definitely intended. But no, I'm kidding. No pun intended. I mean, but if you want to ruin a restaurant or at least give it a bad strike, you Yelp it or Google it, and or put on a rent and rave review or something. There's more than one way. What that did, I think, like you said, Pastor, I'm in the total agreement with you with his whole outer demeanor, the braids, the sneakers. That's just something you don't do. Me and Melissa, we go out, which we don't do a lot of out here. I don't wear gym shoes. I'm put on some boat shoes, something. We ain't going to go. I can't put on my LeBrons and go to Texas Roadhouse or whatever fun I think is up here. But you can't do that now. Society is not.
Well, there's a time and a season for everything. Yeah. All things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. I don't want to go someplace where my outfit causes me to stand out, where I look like an anomaly. I'm not trying to be like everybody else. I'm my own unique self, but we have to be wise in what we're doing, so I just, it's a tough call, but I would say that it wasn't worth if I were in that establishment, his money would have meant more to me than the shoes he had on.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean,
but see, it's just
but at the same time, my date night with my wife would have meant more to me than standing there and proving that point. Because I don't know what point he was proving when you get to the point where you're threatening the owner with bodily injury and all that kind of stuff. Now you're just going to go to jail, and the money you would have spent on the food is going to go to your bail.
Right.
You're not pushing any advancements forward to anything doing that. Like you said, I'm with you.
And then you're putting your wife at risk.
Yeah, right. I mean, so in context, so the wife is a lawyer. She's an attorney, like a accident injury attorney.
Okay.
So and I think we're not totally clear because somehow T.I. got involved, got in the mix or whatever. I can't remember exactly how he got contacted. But he sat down with the guy, the big dude. And so T.I. was like, "You want to go live so we can kind of clear the air, whatever's going on." He didn't want to go live. And so T.I. asked him, "What does he want?" And he pretty much never answered what he wanted, like in response or whatever. So T.I. talked to the owner or whatever. I think I'm not sure if he knew him. I think he might have known him. But yeah, so it's just kind of a hazy spot. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like
Umi is in Stockbridge and T.I. lives out this way.
Yeah.
That's I have taken my wife to Umi.
You have gone to Umi? Okay.
Several times.
Okay. Because it's like a sushi spot. Because based on
it is a sushi spot.
Yeah, it's sushi.
And it's very cost effective. But I've never worn tennis shoes.
Right.
You figured you wouldn't go to I mean, this is a sushi like here. Sushi, like in the town that I live in, sushi place, you can wear your Jordans, you can wear your jeans. You can
the one in the city. I've been to that one also. There. Yeah. Okay.
I know there was one.
Another one in the city. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Funny. So now, if you go to the one in Boise, which is 2 hours away, when you go intentionally to go to a fancy restaurant, you're not going to wear champ shoes. That's the thing.
He said, "I look really dope."
I bet you do it. I bet you do.
It's just another reason not to eat sushi or not to like sushi. So in that like instance, so there's is a bias and a racism the same thing? Being biased and racist the same?
Is it kind of the same thing about definitions?
Is it like the same? So
no.
I mean, I dig what you're saying.
I can be biased to my own kind without hating someone else for who they are.
Right. That's
so,
right.
No, it's not the same.
Right. Because I was just thinking, so yeah, like if he, it could have been somebody of a different.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, my brother. Did you say sushi is so 90s?
But she ain't from Australia, man. Yeah, you can't.
What?
He's in Australia. Maybe it was a '90s thing. I think it's more. It's gotten a little. Well, sushi. Nah, sushi kicked up around 2010ish. I think it was. Yeah. I've never seen sushi in the '90s. I don't even remember who had sushi.
I've never had sushi. I've never had sushi, so I don't know anything about it.
Yes, it's
nothing. Cooked sushi, raw sushi. I've never had it.
So I thought that was okay. Shame on you. Shame on you.
You said it's the 90s.
He's from Australia. They had it in the 90s. You guys are late.
Y'all late by a whole decade.
No, he's. We're talking about Terry. Terry said, "Oh, you never had sushi."
I never had sushi. No, ma'am. I've never had it.
So pressure. That's an explicit bio.
Patrice.
That's my family. That's my family.
I'm right with my pastor.
Someone out didn't have to be
absolutely
a black man, but he found reason and ran with it.
Yeah. Well, again,
he was big. I don't see
those biases. Let me find a way to get him out of here. I'm just not comfortable with him sitting in this establishment. That's what it is. So
okay.
Everybody has, it's what did Paul say? Paul said, I was born in sin, and in iniquity did my mother conceive me. I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me.
Yes.
There is no one in the earth who is without sin.
Right.
So you can't even, to hate somebody for the color of their skin. Is that a sin?
Oh, it's hate.
Yeah.
Is it?
Did you say to hate someone for the color of skin? Is that? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely say so. Hating, definitely.
It's sin.
Yeah.
Really?
Hate is a sin. Yeah, like I
said. And that
then how could God not hate us but hate the sin? If hate in and of itself is a sin.
You're trying to confuse me here. You're trying to throw me through a loop here.
Terry just backed away.
Hate is hate. Right. Love. Hate. All right, y'all. I mean, okay, so break that down, right? So if hate is, so you're saying hate is not a sin? I know you're asking the question, but so this I'm confused.
I'm asking you all. I want to know what everybody else
hates the action, not the actor. Right. I dig that. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So the more I do right, the more haters I attract, like honey.
That's usually how it works out. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh.
It's the response and actions of hate that makes it a sin. Okay, Sean.
He said, hate is not a sin. No one said Siri.
I said nothing about Siri.
Hate is not a sin.
That's why mine ain't coming on.
Action of hate that makes it sin. Right. Be angry and sin not.
Yeah.
But that's in hate is a judgmental God, not us. Wait, God can judge.
Not us. God can judge.
Okay, so
yeah, right. Go ahead and spill it out now.
Let's go.
We've been stumbling for 5 minutes. Let's go.
I'm asking the question because I thought it was worth having dialogue around that, since we're talking about, is it always racist?
No, I'm with it.
Is it always racist?
If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen?
Preach.
Right.
That's factual.
Right.
That's word.
Right.
That's scripture.
Yes, indeed.
Like Cole will say, Cole Johnson will say, he would say, quote,
Quote. Cole ain't in the building this morning.
He is not. I haven't signed to him yet. I probably waiting on something.
So
I believe to hate is simple.
He said, "Oh, can you post that again and write it down?" Yeah, sure can. So I would concede that hate is if it's of your brother, because is it loving thy neighbor one of the greatest commandments?
Yeah, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Yes.
And the second like unto it.
All right. So is that our consensus?
Yeah.
Let's see.
What happens actually, one would wish it wouldn't, but fires. You all are typing too fast this morning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they really getting it this morning.
Sent you words or something, or I thought it was just me. Like maybe my reading comprehension is jacked up this morning or something.
He said it happens.
1 John 4:20.
1 John 4:20.
But fires me up. Fires up my passion. That's what he's saying. Yeah, 1 John 4:20. If a man.
That's a good question there, Curtan. On who you think will win tomorrow in the election? Nobody.
No matter who wins, we lose.
We're gonna hope they're gonna try to project.
They're not gonna project anything.
Just don't do it to yourself. Don't even do it.
Like, we live in a society where our current sitting president won the presidency, but did not win the popular vote.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That means anything can happen.
Right.
It does.
Now, whether you are for Donald Trump or against Donald Trump is irrelevant.
Right.
The bottom line is, it is the makeup of this country that anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
That's true.
Indeed.
We're the only country. We are the only country on earth that is considered the most liberated and the freest country on the planet, but yet we enslaved the people for over 400 years.
Crazy.
But we're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
No, Pastor, get it right. Kanye said slavery was a choice.
It was a choice. How, Sway? How?
They chose. Good morning. Good morning. They chose.
But who is racist?
I think he's saying. I think
she's never saying Donald Trump is going to win the election, but then said he's a racist. Yes, he is. I mean,
but okay. So somebody help me understand. Somebody convince me that Joe Biden is not racist.
No, I'm not the one. I can't do it.
You're not going to be able to convince me of that.
Yeah. I mean,
I know he got one black friend. He got Obama.
And that's what confuses me right there. If Joe Biden is such a racist, why would Barack pick his running partner as a running partner in the VP for 8 years if he was racist going in?
I think because if you go back, he was the second pick. He had my man from North Carolina, the senator from North Carolina, but he got hit with a scandal, so he had to pick another running mate.
Oh, that's when he was cheating on his wife and she was sick.
Yeah, when she was sick, but it's crazy because they had an understanding, but we didn't know all that business, so he dropped out. Let's see. Not as racist to win. Thank you, Pastor. Oh, look at Cole Johnson in a building. Convinced me that you was not a racist. Please explain the force,
the comrades, all that. Yeah.
Oh, that is the answer. Okay. his circle. He said, "Back to sushi." So my sneakers are holding up my stimulus.
Okay. I get the Cole. I get the connections, but if he's a racist,
connections, political connection. I mean. Because when it comes to that, the vice president, I'm sure people in your ear who will more guarantee you a win. Like who can run with you that can get another base of voters. Because I'm sure just like now, you got Joe Biden and then you got Kamala Harris. And am I saying her name right? Kamala,
yeah.
he had said wrong. I was like, I don't want to disrespect her like that. Let's see. Glad. Yeah, Edwards. John Edwards.
John Edwards, yeah.
There you go, Cole. Glad he didn't pick John. And I think Edwards was younger than Obama. It said, "Why is Biden?" I had to pull over exactly. But yeah, I think he chose him for you choose him for another base of voters. I think Edwards kind of matched Obama as far as the base of voters, so that was kind of different. I think so. I think Joe represented the establishment in a sense, whereas Obama got those that were tired of what change. Remember, his thing was on change, so everyone was with the change. When with everybody's with the establishment. When with Joe, and it just helped with his votes. He said, "Lucky Ed, right? Got caught cheating, right?"
Yeah, the wife had cancer.
Very coincidental there.
Yeah, rest in peace, Miss Edwards. I think she passed away.
Yes, indeed. Edward was. Listen, I think everybody get expensive haircuts. I think
I paid. Hey, Cole.
Yeah, yes, we can.
Hey, Cole. Let me be the first to tell you, sir. I pay that for a haircut. We're close.
Oh, you said right. You paid it.
I paid
$50.
$50 for a haircut. Well, it's not 50, it's 30. But if I do, it's 38 actually. If I do the special stuff, the facial and all that junk, then it goes up to 60. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I do. I do. Only because it's a monopoly. Because there isn't where I live, there aren't any urban barbers here.
Right.
They cut hair. There's 2 barbers here.
Right.
And so if I don't want to pay those high prices, I have to drive 2 hours to get a haircut. So that's the only reason why. I wish I was back home sometimes. I can just go to my man Tiger around the corner and we're charging $15 for a cut, and I'm good. I don't get that much.
You pay that much for haircut, and you always have a hat on.
Always. But see, the only reason why I have on a hat is because I need a haircut. That's the reason why I want to let you see the naps. I want you to see that. I can't let you see that.
Oh no, you're a baseball cap person. You wear caps all the time.
Right.
Wait, okay. Yeah, I do. But when I get a haircut though, that first day I get a haircut, I don't wear.
You're always rocking though. You're always rocking without it.
It's the brand new tennis shoe. It's the brand new tennis shoe theory.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
the one everybody can see. Yeah.
It's so funny that she said he dropped out. Where's it at? It's funny that she said he dropped out because of adultery, and I'm like, man.
Yeah,
he got caught up.
Big this kind of climb is like, that's it. that's all he did.
That was enough for him.
Right.
Yeah.
She said, "Go Seahawks, 49ers." Who?
Yeah, that's Richard's thing. That's it. That's his catchy. He loves the Seahawks. So anytime you come into a broadcast, he's going to say something about the Seahawks first before you get to any content you're talking about. This is about the Seahawks. We love you.
That is a system. That is a system of success because they've had the same coach and the same quarterback. They've had this. It's just like what you got in New England with Tom Brady.
Right.
Yeah.
The system was built, and that's why the Patriots are so bad now because the catalyst to that system is gone. Tom Brady.
Right.
And so in Seattle, that's what you have.
He had a kid?
With Russell Wilson. Yes, he did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
John Edwards. Yeah.
Oh, so he had scandal attached to him then. Okay. I remember this story because he went on Oprah.
Okay, so who doesn't have scandal?
Right.
Everybody got a scandal.
Right. Listen.
I mean, but everybody's not running for
president.
president.
Say this. Trump has set the bar scandal high. Like, who comes? And I'm just saying, the things he done on the campaign trail, the fact.
No, Trump has taken all the sting away.
Right.
He has completely desensitized it. Now, it doesn't matter what you do.
It doesn't matter.
All bets are off. And I'm saying, you can call it what you want. Someone wrote an article, someone made the statement that America was improving with race relations, and then Barack Obama was elected, and it's been downhill ever since. So they blame Barack Obama. Barack Obama is at fault. Barack Obama is the reason why white folks are so angry.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not because of what he did. It's because of the system that was in place, and white people woke up and saw a man who was a different color as president, and they've been angry ever since.
They mad about it. Yes,
And,
sir.
and I was having this conversation with my wife last night, and I want you guys to understand this. And this is why, my prediction for the presidency is probably unfavorable in my community. But the reality is this: if white people, Jane Elliott answered this question for everybody many, many years ago, over 40 years ago. She had a group of white people in an auditorium, and she asked them, she said, raise your hand if any of you are willing to live the life or experience what black people experience in America. And no one raised their hand. She said, wait, let me ask the question a different way, or maybe I asked it the wrong way. Are there any one of you who's willing to live and experience what black people live through today? No one raised their hand. And she said, the fact that none of you raised your hand means you know what it is.
Right.
You know what it is, but you don't do anything about it. And here's what I thought about. It makes no sense when you look at the personality, the character, the integrity, just the man is a pig. That's the truth. I don't like to say that about anybody, but he's proven it over and over. He's about as inconsistent as they come. He's about as sensitive and narcissistic as they come. He is the last person you want leading the free world. The last person. So, in spite of all of that, he still draws crowds of thousands. They're braving the cold. He left people in Wyoming or Omaha. He left them out in the cold without transportation, and they're still voting for him. And why would people do that? Why would they relieve themselves of all their common sense? And still vote. And the answer is, I don't care how level-headed you are. I don't care how even-keeled you are. I don't care how confident you feel of your lack of racism. None of that matters. The bottom line is this. In their circles, they say, what would you rather have? The fear of this nation turning itself upside down and us living the experience of what minorities have had to live, or dealing with Donald Trump. And most people are going to say, I choose Trump. I'd rather have Trump than to take the risk that I lose my privilege. So if you want to know why the crowds are still out there, those are not people who love Donald Trump. Those are people who love their privilege. And they feel like they will keep their privilege with Donald Trump. And that's the scary part about America.
Cole makes
I guess you're saying DJT is gonna get it. Go ahead, Terry.
No, I was saying Cole has a great comment. And he said Chris Rock said one time, white people want to trade a place with me, and I'm rich.
How good it is to be white.
That's how good it is to be white. I'm telling you. And Romelo's, they want their country back. And it's true. I'm in more of agreement with Romelo's comment, because I was reading a story before I came on, before we came on this morning, was that it was a news report where the guy said, this is the beginning. If Donald Trump, this is what he said, if they take the election from Donald Trump. What do you mean take? Donald Trump. If he loses, he loses. How would he take it?
Take.
There was on news report. That's how he was on Fox. It was on,
so here's my response to that, Terry. Thank you for bringing that up, my brother. I love professional sports. Don't you love professional sports?
I do.
NFL, NBA. I think that Pat Riley was one of the greatest. I think Phil Jackson was one of the greatest. Here's the thing. Whenever Phil Jackson was concerned about potentially losing a game, what did he do? He started criticizing the officials. Right?
I really did that.
Whenever in professional sports, whenever a coach is concerned that they might lose, they start criticizing the officiating.
Right. I mean, oh yeah, definitely.
Right. Yeah. So what you see in Donald Trump now is criticizing. He's talking about the mail-in ballots. Why is it that people? It makes no sense to be counting votes after November 3rd. When the whole world is waiting. Don't nobody care about the whole world. The only people that matter is America.
Exactly.
Right.
He would not leave quietly. I'm telling you.
Right. Yeah, he's not. No.
He's not quietly.
And what I think is interesting, if you watch the news channels, if they ask a person, if they ask a Democrat, what do you think is going to happen if Biden wins? They'll say Trump's going to fight it.
Right. Yeah, he's going to fight it.
Right. If you ask a Republican, what do you think is going to happen if Biden wins? They're going to say you need to challenge it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Democrats will say Trump's going to fight it.
Right.
Republicans will say we need to challenge it.
Yeah.
Right.
Something must be wrong. Right. So in other words, they're planting the seed that something is wrong with the system if Trump doesn't win.
Right. Seed planted. It's right about that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you have people in pickup trucks with Trump flags.
Right.
Yeah.
On the highways, on the streets.
Yeah. See them
with
yesterday.
Weapons loaded. Right.
Yeah.
Intimidating people. And they have police escorts.
Right.
They're police escorts. So you can tell now. Here's the thing: if Trump is reelected, you don't hear Joe Biden saying, "I'm."
You're gonna have civil unrest.
Right.
You don't hear that.
Yeah.
The only person that's saying that is Donald Trump.
Right.
And no one is and it's simply amazing to me that we would think that there is not corruption going on the part of Donald. Here's what I would ask people: how is it that we live in a day and age where Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, all of our rivals want Trump to win?
There's a problem with that. No one knows.
I mean, but that I'm like in America, all the people that are pro-Trump, you mean to tell me you want to go with the guy that Putin wants? You want to go with the guy that North Korea wants?
Yeah.
Right. I'm with you. And no one sees a problem with that.
Nobody sees a problem. Well, they don't see a problem with it, but the people that's got common sense sees a problem with it.
Yeah.
So that's only the issue.
It's crazy. And I hold on. Let's get some comments in real quick. We're at 10. It said executives use the media to their benefit when things aren't going their way. No doubt. He kind of started with the mail-in ballot thing.
Yeah, he started that. You're right.
He started with it in 2016. Fake news.
Yeah, it's dog whistling at its best.
Listen, and I realized his Twitter game was smart because someone was like, "Yo, he has a direct feed to his people."
Do you all really think? Okay.
What's up?
What's happening? Huh? What happened?
Do you really think that Trump
is
the catalyst behind his Twitter game?
I don't know. I don't even watch his Twitter. Do
you really think that he's so insightful?
Oh, insightful though. It's that.
Get back on the highway.
Listen, I told you this 2 weeks ago when my brother was acting like a knucklehead. I said, "I'm not afraid of you. I'm afraid of the one that would have you."
Right.
What you all are missing is the quiet voice behind Donald Trump.
I got you.
No one knows who that is.
Right. Either Steve or Pence.
It's Melania. It's Melania, bro. Yeah.
It's NBA. Oh, okay. Like the Lakers complaining. Okay, it's all to put pressure on those in power to bring about a more favorable result for the complainer. Like the Lakers complaining to the NBA about LeBron shooting the 2 free throws in the game. The next game he shot 14. Get ready for militia activity. It's going down in pockets all over the country.
And that's what I was getting into. That's what I was getting into before I started.
And said, why do you think Trump elected a judge to the Supreme Court before the election? Because he could and they can. And regardless, hey, lady.
Hey, lady.
Hey, brother Rockin' with DOL. Hey, brother Terry. Hey, brother Anthony.
Hey.
Brother Jerry, you recovered from the Halloween party. I talked to Sister Melissa.
I hear it in the back of the house for the longest. I didn't want no part of it.
Oh my God! Yeah. So you have to still recuperate from all that fun. Okay, guys, have a good day.
All right.
It's because he's done this with the lower level judges. He literally wants to. Well, I mean, the Supreme Court is not a trip. Let me get back on this highway.
You been on the highway, Tari.
Listen, they blocked off an area. Oh, hey. Morning.
Hey. That's the point. What Romello said is what I wanted to get on to before we the news report that I saw, and they were talking about where they take the election from Trump. This is gonna kickstart another civil war. And I'm like, first of all, how are we taking anything? Like you said, he's sowing seeds. It's dog whistling at its best, right? If I can get the country riled up on this whole voting thing. Now, if you guys think about it, we've been voting. The military been voting mail-in for how long now? And it's never been broke. Right. It's never been broke. We've been doing mail-in votes, early voting all these years, never been broke. Now all of a sudden, because you're in the fear of losing this election, because he's gonna go down as the worst president in history. Hopefully, if the folks are collected are right, or people vote the way I think they're gonna vote, he'll only get one term and that's it. One hit or quitter. You know. I don't understand it. I don't get it, and why there's got to be a civil war because this dude loses the election.
I mean, I know, maybe call me ignorant. I think it's a lot of talk. I mean, I see them fools out there because I seen them yesterday. Was it yesterday? Saturday. I was at like this mall area, and I'm trying to get out of there, and it's like the worst traffic area. They come down. It's like a ton of these trucks, and they got the flags and all that nonsense and all that. They're gonna be mad, but I know Trump's not going away quiet. We all know that. We know that he's not disappearing. I mean, even when it's official and he's out of office, he's done.
He's still gonna talk though.
Yeah, I honestly think almost they might even start a new party. You know, they might just start a new kind of Republican spinoff, because the Republicans weren't the Republicans. They were the Whig Party or something like that. The Whig Party and some other party combined together. But I think they might spin off and do something kind of like the Tea Party. Remember the Tea Party?
Yeah.
So I think there might be like a spinoff, because honestly, we've all know that, we discussed it before. There are Republicans, and then there's just Trump supporters. So there's and I think the Trump supporters are going to rally around Trump to create something past his presidency. So there's going to be other Trumpers in certain, running for Senate or running for the House. I think it's going to turn into an ideology. So I
think they're already there.
Right. No, I'm just saying after though, it's going to be right now they're still Republican. They're still infused in the same.
No, here's what I'll tell you. The only opportunity Trump has is the presidency. If Trump is not reelected, you won't hear from him anymore.
Right.
Because he loses all his power. I
don't know. You think Absolutely. I get it. Because I was thinking that too, but I was like, do you think he could just ride off into the sunset and
that's why he's fighting with everything he can to win again.
Right. Because we're not gonna listen to him as much. We're not gonna listen to him anymore.
No one's gonna listen. First of all, Trump was the biggest mistake that the GOP made, and they know that.
Right.
They've been forced to have to get behind him.
Right.
But what has happened is Trump has ignited a fire that got beyond their control.
Right.
Right.
So the question really is, where do you go from here? The reason why Trump wants to win, the reason why Vladimir Putin supports Trump, the reason why Kim Jong-un supports Trump is he's a wannabe dictator.
Right.
Yeah.
So getting elected again, he's going to be trying to figure out a way to get elected again.
Right. A third term.
Right. He refuses to release himself from power. That's the thing. And that's what Putin likes about him. Right. They'd love for America to become a dictatorship.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would they love that?
I don't know. Why?
Right.
Why would a Putin love for America to become a dictatorship under Donald Trump? Don't you think that helps Russia?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And then they'll get what they
right
want.
now he can't get in.
Right.
They're picking them out here. Yeah, they are.
Yes. Yeah, because they're not really going for it right now. But you're right. He said, Richard said, I have a postal vote. I vote 4 weeks before the election. U.S. military and UK military nationals living abroad and serving always post well before election. This night says he's going to jail. I don't think he is. I know they keep saying it, and I know he's no longer immune from prosecution. Yeah, I can't. I don't think he is.
No, he's got too much information on certain people.
Right.
He's not going to jail.
He ain't going. Yeah, exactly. He's not. Yeah, he got all. He knows too much. Even as president, too much security. Yeah, he ain't going to jail. He will lose all.
The best thing America could do is put Trump to bed. Just leave him alone, and he'll go start another TV show or something like that.
Yeah. Listen, he's gonna either be on Fox, he's gonna start his own channel, something. Yeah, and that's. I mean, he's not going away, but you don't feel like you'll have the kind of.
No, because here's the thing. Trump is not good for anything except what he's doing right now. You got to realize he's not intelligent.
Right.
He can't hold an intelligent conversation.
Right.
So how could he make it to Fox?
Right.
Put Trump in Alcatraz. Alcatraz is no longer a working prison there.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, that's Sister Knight. That's it. They're pimping him out. They have no choice but to pimp him out.
Yeah.
They Trump and we need to see how racism is still here and won't go anywhere.
It's just more. Yeah.
He said now that we've seen people be straight idiots, we can weed out those who have love in their hearts and others who only love themselves. He said,
do you really believe that, Cole? Do you really believe that, Cole? Do you really believe? I mean, now that this stuff has been exposed, you don't think it's going to? How can it not continue or even get worse?
Right.
Now that it's all out here, because where are these people going to go? They're not going to leave the country.
Right. They're going to be right still
next door. Everybody's going to know who you are now. And the thing is, right now they have all the access, they have all the leverage in the world because of Donald Trump.
Right. Right.
You know what?
Right. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It is going to be interesting. I think we're going to do a special live tomorrow, so you guys should join it. We'll stream Fox News and then we'll commentate.
I mean, it's not going. Listen, but it's not. I mean,
I'm early tomorrow too, so we can do it too. We can do it. I probably can.
Yeah, it's I don't know, because I mean we'll see.
It's not going to go either way, Richard. It's going to be it's
yeah.
The intimidation. People are staying home. I mean,
yes, Rob.
They had 45 minutes.
They have amped up the training for their children in the last 4 years.
Yeah,
for sure.
It has been amped up. So yeah, we are dealing with a situation where it's going to be worse.
Yeah.
But not that. This is the part that takes me back to Scripture. The Bible tells us the world is going to get worse. Evils of this world wax worse and worse. Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But what I love about the Scripture is that there is a place for the believer.
Right.
It doesn't matter what the world is doing when you have God's favor on your life. That's the thing. I believe because it's like all the stories my father talked to me about how things were in the 1960s. So it doesn't phase, scare off. Right. It shouldn't. We grew up with this. Black people have been. What people need to recognize is we've known all along.
Yeah.
Right. All you've done is snatch the Band-Aid off or or shine the light on something that we've known all along. Right. So the world hasn't changed for us. You've just now you know what we've been talking about for all these years. That's all. Right. So when we talk, I mean, I said it. I think I said it last week. I'm not afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
right.
because I've been dealing with this kind of stuff my whole life.
Right.
It's nothing new. Yeah.
It's Cole said. He said, "I've always felt that America loves racism. She has a love affair with
Our
racism.
history.
Right.
We were founded on it.
Right.
Yeah, they struggled each other's hair lovingly. Yeah.
Yeah, there were two versions of the Star Spangled Banner.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And if you haven't read the third stanza, get to it.
Right. Or the short version. They had the short version.
Yeah.
The short version. All right.
We still have to renew the Voting Rights Act.
Yo, yeah, that right there.
Yeah.
That right there shows you, like, yo, like, why is that? Why do we have to renew that? Why is that a conversation? Why is that even discussed? I mean, vote. That's part of like something that needs to change. Voting is just a right. You're American. It should be a right, and no one should be able to change any of it. You know, like that's crazy.
Isn't your how is your birth certificate not validating you as property of the United States government?
Oh boy. Hey,
Right.
you just popped in. You see him?
Yes. My man in the building. Found no racism. The only thing American that's crazy is exploited black labor is racism.
Thank you,
Speaking
sir.
of which, quick segue before we get out of here. Glad he popped in. Just dropped a new episode. Boom, boom, boom. With my man Jay Hamilton, and need to follow that gentleman. We dropped some serious nuggets. I can't even get to my comments. There you go. Bam.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys check out the latest podcast, Brothers Who Talk. I know it's been a minute. Sorry about it. But we got the YouTube and the podcast so you can get it on the go.
Right.
Yes. But man.
That
ESQ your birth certificate validates you as property of the United States of America.
Right.
Your social security number is your prison ID.
Right.
I mean, your number 139-556-3636.
Yeah. I mean, your social security number is irrelevant anywhere else in the world.
Right. We got you, brother. We got you.
But real quick before we go.
Yes.
If you guys have not or don't follow Jay Hamilton Esquire down here, please follow that brother.
He's been commentating the whole election.
I'm telling you, it's epic. It's epic. I promise you. Also, his profile, the way he does his profile pic, they're all the same. You got to get the whole thing. One picture's got a beard, the other one he doesn't. But it's okay. It's still my boy. But follow him because his commentary is absolutely amazing. It really is.
All right.
And then listen to the brothers who talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brothers and other brothers. And make sure you listen. And thank you guys for listening to the podcast edition of Brothers of Legacy. So if you miss any of this conversation, make sure you go to Brothers of Legacy on your favorite podcast app and check us out. We're on dropping daily shows. So definitely check us out. And you get some commentating about everything. Going into this election season. I don't know. I don't know about anybody else. I'm just ready for this to be over. Let's just go and decide whatever's going to be is going to be. You want to just hit the fast forward. Let's just get to this. The end of this show.
What's going to be amazing is next Monday when it'll be business as usual.
Yeah.
Right. And we would have had all this hype.
Right. Right.
Thank you. Right. Appreciate you. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. I'm cooking.
Love you too, Cole, man.
I'm cooking for Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, Richard, you're in the building, Richard.
I think Richard's still here.
So Cole said, "Gentlemen, love you all. Thank you for being the blessings
love
you are."
Love you, Cole.
Let's see. And Jay Hamilton said, "Love the program. Y'all are doing it. And forgive me if I'm reading stuff and you're watching, because my podcasters need to know what's being put on the screen."
Yeah, it's audio. I don't know about that. Like, what's going on over there?
All right. We're going to get out of here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being a part. Whew, this has been
Go Cowboys.
You said no Cowboys?
No Cowboys. No Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
We're 2-5.
Oh, they bought it. The season is yours, right?
We lost to the Eagles last night.
Whose world is this?
All right, guys. So look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, having a great conversation. Always know that we love you, but God loves you more. Stay
Amen.
safe. Stay safe. If you haven't voted, go vote.
Go vote.
Tomorrow, go
Yeah.
vote. Go vote. I don't, I care who you vote, but I don't care. But show, your voice needs to be heard. And do the census. If you haven't done the census, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Your community needs that money. So make sure you do the census, vote, and all that good stuff. So we see you in the morning. God bless you guys. I didn't want to catch that. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of